Hi, I'm Rasheed Ogunlaru, coach, speaker and author, and a very, very warm welcome to the August issue of Catch the Coach, your newsletter for success and fulfillment. And today's theme is doing your life's work. Because you know what, every now and then we realise how important life is, and we realise how, relatively speaking, short life is and how volatile life can be. We've seen that in many ways this year all around the world. But often we know that in our everyday lives, isn't it, when people come and go into our lives. And so that's been the case for me this month, and I'm sure it's been the case for you at certain points in your life. So today's issue is about doing your life's work, because the danger can be that we get so caught up in the mundane, we forget why it is that we're actually here. So that is the theme of today's very, very special August issue, doing your life's work. Okay, let's start off with news. A few things to say in terms of news. First of all, I want to give a big thank to the Coach Match team. I've been very busy on a few assignments, including some exciting assignments with Channel 4 and with New Look. So that's really, really exciting. Huge congratulations to the 4 plus people at Homerton NHS Trust who've gained new jobs, including a promotion, a senior promotion and other new opportunities and so on. I'm really proud and I'm really pleased. Bearing in mind we only started that programme a couple of months ago. I'm really, really thrilled for you. Likewise, had some good news for people at East Sussex Health Trust. Again, some new jobs and somebody who's starting on a new career, which I think is their life's work. So that ties in with this particular theme. So those are some of the news and events there. Now, let's get onto it. This main theme, your life's work. I think it took me a while. It was probably when I got into this career, which is what, my third, I guess, or fourth career, when I realised that I was doing my life's work. What do I mean by doing your life's work? What is it that, where is it that your gifts point? What is it that you're really passionate about? And what is it that you can't help but doing? What is it, the thing which you really shine at? And it might be really subtle. I think the common thing for me in my entire career has been that stuff that's had to do with people and helping people, support people, train people and so on. That is the magical bit, that connection there. So I would say, if you've had many careers, what's the constant? What's the thing that really excites you? Or it might be even outside of your career that other things really, really excite you. This thing about doing your life's work, it can be so many different things to so many different people. I remember once somebody came along to one of my workshops and he said, I often ask people what's their purpose, what's their highest possibility, what's their mission? And this guy said, it's to be the best dad I can be. That is quite an amazing one. It chimes with me a little bit like my mum's mission. It was for her kids to have, to have great opportunities and to be able to move forward. But for you, it might well be about something else. I was talking about tying it in with this theme about people who it is that we've lost. One of the people who's passed very recently, is an amazing video maker. His name is Matt Caswell. Matt just was brilliant at video making. He was just one of the most warm, charming people I've met, and just brilliant at it, just so brilliant to work with. That was his life's work. One of the people I want to pay a huge tribute to, who has passed very recently, is Bruno Magdich. Now, Tom worked in a very similar field to me, training development, organisational people development, and he was the founder of 4D Human Being, and I had the pleasure of interviewing him, and he's one of the people in my field who I would call a really dear friend. And what was really amazing about his work, culminating, I guess, in 4D, was that not only was he in his field, but he was innovative in his field, and he brought in lots of work around not just kind of things around, the mind, and then even maybe utilising movement and so on. But this fourth dimension, which is around our intention. And that ties in very powerfully with this thing about our life's work. Are we doing our life's work or not? So, I want to invite you to sit with that. Are you doing your life's work? Are you kind of frustrated in your work? Are you feeling, oh no, there's this that I really want to do? Give yourself that time and that space to stop and to reflect. And to consider if you're actually doing it is that your life's work. And sometimes you'll find yourself, it's clear, yeah, this is what I've always wanted to do, I'm doing it, and there you go. But it might well be that you're in that transition. The transitions can be a very big part of it. And I'd say on that particular note, look out for, I've just started, in fact I just recorded yesterday, a series of videos with a good friend of mine, Simon on the Sofa fame, and one of the very first videos is Are You Doing Your Life's Work? So look out for that if that particular chimes with you. Okay, next up, I want to talk about, the Olympics is just about to start, so I want to talk about a thing that some of you may have heard me touch on these newsletters before, adopting the attitude of an athlete. Now, isn't it interesting? Olympics are about to start, and again, here are people who are doing their life's work. You know, that thing that they have this talent for, they have these physical attributes, they're really good, they're fast, or they're strong, or they're very flexible, or they can swim brilliantly, or that they are really good with this particular game, or what have you. I think there's a number of things that we can learn from athletes, and you may have heard me talk about this before, but I think that for me, my first thing is study a field. Maybe it's a new field you're going into, like many people are coach, or maybe it's your existing field. Study it. Master your craft. It takes many, many years to do that. So for example, as a coach, I've been coaching for 12, 13, 14, 15 years. It took time to work on that. So there's training to do, there's development to do, ongoing training work within, study your field, master your craft. Take that time. It takes that time, whether it is that you're learning to play the piano, whether it is that you're becoming a great dentist, whether it is that you're building your own clothes business, or whether it is that you're a professional architect, whatever it is, put in that time. Put in that time. So study your field, master your craft. And gather your team. I think that's hugely important. So many people find themselves quite isolated. It's really important that you build a team. So you might be running a one-person sport, but you still need a team. There's the agent, there's the manager, there's coach, there's the nutrition dietitian. Now you might be thinking, I can't afford that huge team. It's not about necessarily paying for that particular team. It's about how it is that you can be creative if you need to be. It might be that you're well off enough and that you can afford to pay people to help you in various things. But actually it might well be about the case of working with different people who help you. And at certain points along my career, I had very little finances. I was busy trying to become a successful singer, and I was working part-time. I had half the money I had before. I had to be creative. This person helped me do this person helped me do this, I helped this person do, I helped that person do that, and then I had to spot the things I needed to pay for, like my singing coach. So that money, that 40 or 50 pound, whatever I was paying, 40 pound or whatever per week, which is a lot for me, that was an important investment in who it is that I am. And I think that thing about investing in yourself is incredibly important when it comes to mastering the craft. You do not become a master of your craft by chance. That leads us beautifully on to, I've got a Mastering Your Craft series of videos which I've started. So again, if you're interested in this theme around your life's work, check out those interviews. There's the first 2 interviews I've already done in that particular series, including with a concert pianist, and the other expert was an expert in management consultancy. So check out that if you just search for me for the Mastering Your Craft series. Events. 2 exciting events, you know what they are. Networking for Success, held once every month. The next dates for that are the 17th of August this month is the next one. And then the date after that, I'm just checking here for you. The September date, if you want to come once you're back at work, is the 15th of September. 4 p.m. till 7:30 p.m. at the British Library will help you to network authentically, strategically, and authentically to you. And also serendipitously, because sometimes it's just by chance. So again, if you're feeling isolated or whatever, it might well be that you need to build that team, you need to spot those particular people. I was working with somebody who's really accomplished really accomplished in their field. They're a master of their craft, ironically, really at top level of what they do. But actually this thing about networking was really important for them to spread the word of what it is that they do. So whether it is that you're on a career development journey, or whether it is that you're on a business development journey, or just for your own personal development, I highly recommend Networking for Success. You might win opportunities, contacts, as well as the actual skills of how to network effectively. Okay, we're heading toward the end of this newsletter, but it's not like doing your life's work isn't just all about work, work, work. My tip for this month is therefore to take breaks and celebrate. We're in August, so many of you may well be going away, headed away, or just coming back from holiday or vacation. This thing about taking breaks is really important, but not just annually. Are you taking the breaks that you need daily? Are you taking that time that you need? For you, it might be about just relaxation. For you, it might be about meditation. It might be about recreation. It might be about a walk around the park, which is one of the things I've just reintroduced. So what is it that will allow you to take those regular breaks that it is that you need? So I really highly encourage that. Take those regular breaks that it is that you need. But also the second half of this tip, take a break and celebrate, is celebrate every single success. Because sometimes you may well be working so hard that you forget all of those things that you've done and that you've achieved. tip within that, open a document, call it achievements, go back to year one and list everything that is ever you achieved. When you won a prize at school, when you got a gold star, when you moved out of home for the first time, when you did this, and when you majored on this particular project. That will keep you buoyant and it will keep you in a really good space. So we are very much near the end. My quote for this month is to move from frustration, from being furious rather, to curious. So my quote for the month: move from furious to curious. This was a phrase that just trotted out my mouth yesterday when I was doing an interview with my friend Simon, and I was saying in life it's great to move from being furious to curious. So there might be little things day to day that annoy you. This person said this person hasn't done that, your boss hasn't done that, your colleague hasn't done that. It's so easy for us to be caught up in being furious, being frustrated. But if you can move to like, well, why has that happened? What's going on for them? How can I help them? And what could I do to move things forward? What's the learning for me from this? How can I use this particular situation for me to get even better? So for example, I've had a particular situation with a particular problem with something that hasn't been done, that should have been done ages ago. And I'm actually seeing it as an opportunity to use my coaching skills, my communication skills, to just be persistent and so on with this. So move from being furious to curious. And I think that will help you on a small level, but it will also help you on the bigger issues in life, because then that being curious might mean about you being involved, you stepping up, you stepping forward, you using your voice and so on. So I want to thank you so much for tuning into this newsletter. Do let me know your views. Do let me know also if you would like the old written newsletter back. Tell me. This is for you. It's not just for my fun and my pleasure. And if any of those events, Networking for Success, or Soul Trader, that's the second event I didn't mention. Soul Trader, Your Life, Your Business, which we run only quarterly at the British Library. Next date for that is Friday the 23rd of September. It's for you if you're starting, thinking or growing your own business. It's a very, very powerful and magical event which will chime with you again if you are doing your life's work, if you're on that journey of doing your own life's work. So I hope to see you there. I want to give a big thanks also to the British Library's Business and IP Centre, which celebrates its 10th anniversary this year, and I'm very proud to have been a partner for the last 9+ years, so it's been a real pleasure. I just want to thank you, whoever you are, for tuning into this. If you're interested in events, follow the links underneath that. They're linked to here. And remember, you can find me we've got my official Facebook page. There's this YouTube channel that you're probably watching this video on. You'll also find me on Twitter. Those of you who are also very trendy, you'll find me on Instagram too. There's an Instagram page. So just look me up, Rasheed Ogunlaru, on Instagram. You'll find me there. And take care. Have a wonderful month ahead as you do your life's work. Take good care. Bye-bye.